Hey, how's it going? Hope everyone's well. And today I'm going to be reviewing Final Destination 5. First off, I just want to say I'm not the biggest fan of Final Destination. I really liked the first one. The third one's okay as well. I hated the second one, I hated the fourth one. Maybe that's down to the fact David Ellis directed them. Final Destination 5 is directed by Quale. It's about a group of co-workers who are going on this trip. David Koechner is their boss, and it never quite says where they're going, but they come across this bridge, and one of the workers has this vision that something terrible is going to happen on the bridge and that everyone is going to die and they have to get off this bus. I thought this Final Destination 5, is actually the best entry into the series after the first one. As I said, I hated the fourth one. Pointless entry. But Quale actually does a great job of bringing the franchise back to the first movie to kind of give it that new fresh thing, even though we're well used to it at this stage. The movie itself is well directed, unlike the fourth one, which was atrociously directed, and it seemed Ellis didn't have a clue what he wanted to do with the movie. But in this one, Quale seems to have a good gist of what he wants to do, and that's basically just make the audience laugh and make the audience cringe. There's a few scenes where I myself was like, oh my god, that's horrible. The death scenes in this movie, which a lot of people are going to watch just for the fact of the death scenes and see what they're like because it's renowned for that. The death scenes are awesome. There's one or two that I was kind of like, I couldn't care less for. But there is one really awesome death scene with a gymnast. And it actually had me cringing and going, oh, the suspense is great and it's really hard to watch. That's an awesome death scene. And there's another awesome death scene at the very end of the movie, which is awesome. It's really, really cool. Did not expect it whatsoever. And Quale has done a really inventive job of making the deaths interesting and making them not what you think they are the first time, as opposed to the fourth one, which was, I just thought the death scenes were boring, weren't realistic and didn't keep my interest. There's one or two small things I didn't like about the movie. It doesn't have much of a score to kind of elevate the suspense. Now at times there are scenes where it's perfect that there's no kind of standout score, and it does make it really suspenseful, but for the majority of the scenes the score is there, but it doesn't add anything to it. I really didn't like David Koechner at all. Since I've seen him in Piranha 3D, I've learned to hate him. I used to love him because of Anchorman, but I see him for what he is now. He's a below par average actor, and in Final Destination it's no different. He tries to be funny and it just comes across as terrible. And the only real other thing I didn't like about the movie is the idiot, I can't think of his name, the guy with the glasses, who's basically the ladies' man of all the workers, and his character is just stupid. He isn't interesting, he's boring. His death was boring, he just shouldn't be there, and he's just a dreadful character in general, I thought. To score this movie, I would give it a 3 out of 5, because it's not brilliant or anything, it's good, it's really watchable and really enjoyable, and it is a real return to form for the franchise since the third one. But it doesn't do anything new, it doesn't do anything different, but it brings back enough of the old elements that are going to make people like it, so I give it a 3 out of 5. In recommending the movie, I do recommend the movie a lot if you like the franchise, because if you're like me and you hated the fourth one, definitely check out the fifth one, and it will make you a lot happier about where the franchise is going as opposed to where they left it off with the fourth one. And for those people out there who haven't seen the Final Destination movies, because I'm sure a few of you haven't, but if you're planning on checking them out, I highly recommend watching this one. And regards to the series in general, my preference would go the first movie being the best, the fifth one being the second best because it's such a return to form, the third one, the second one, and then the fourth one. The fourth one being the one you just should not watch whatsoever. So I guess the question is, will there be a sixth Final Destination? If you want to comment below saying what you think, if there will be another one, if there's a point in having a sixth one, if you just think the franchise has bled itself dry, just comment and let me know. And me personally, I would like to see a sixth movie. It's not like Saw where it just gets progressively worse and worse and worse, but it's kind of back to form now with what Stephen Quale did. And I'd be quite happy if Stephen Quale did another installment of it, but I doubt that's going to happen. He's directed in another movie called Category 6. So, yeah, if you're interested in seeing another Final Destination, let me know.